Imagine the mists of time parting, revealing a world untouched by human hands. A vast, untamed prehistoric landscape where colossal beasts roam shadowed forests, ancient skies buzz with winged wonders, and the very bones of the earth whisper secrets of survival. 125,000 years ago, in the heart of what we now call Germany, a lakeside gathering unfolds not as a mere hunt, but as a symphony of ingenuity. Here, our Neanderthal kin orchestrate a ritual of resourcefulness, transforming the raw bounty of the wild into sustenance that defies the brutal grip of winter. This isn't just a story of bones and fat, it's a testament to the dawn of strategic minds, echoing through the ages to remind us how fragile threads of adaptation weave the fabric of existence. Stick with me as we journey deeper into these primordial realms, uncovering discoveries that bridge the chasm between then and now, revealing how life clawed its way through eons of challenge. By the end, you'll see why these ancient tales aren't relics. They're blueprints for understanding our own enduring spirit. Let's plunge first into that lakeside enclave in prehistoric Germany, where the air hangs heavy with the scent of marshy waters and fresh kills. Archaeological digs at Neumark Nord have unearthed a scene straight from a survival epic. Neanderthals, those robust cousins of ours, establishing what researchers now dub a fat factory. Picture this: herds of horses thundering across open plains, only to meet their end at the hands of skilled hunters who drag their massive carcasses back to this central hub. At least 172 large mammals, including deer and mighty aurochs, the wild forebears of cattle, were processed here with precision. Bones bear the scars of deliberate cuts, smashed into fragments for one purpose: extracting the golden elixir of bone grease and marrow.
Why such effort?
In a world dominated by meat-heavy diets, fats were the unsung heroes, warding off rabbit starvation, a modern term for protein poisoning, where excess protein without balancing calories leads to toxic buildup and death. Neanderthals living in a glacial interlude knew this instinctively. They boiled those splintered bones in water, skimming the surface grease after cooling, a labor-intensive process that demanded planning and scale. As archaeologist Lutz Kindler notes, this wasn't haphazard. It was organized, with carcasses transported from afar to this lakeside spot for efficiency. Recent studies in science advances reveal these operations predated similar practices in Homo sapiens by 100,000 years, flipping the script on who were the true innovators. My take? This challenges the outdated view of Neanderthals as brutish cave dwellers. Instead, envision them as forward thinkers, stockpiling for lean times, much like how early human societies in harsh climates developed fermentation or drying techniques. Adding to this, the site's dating via sediment layers shows a sustained operation, perhaps seasonal, highlighting social coordination, groups dividing labor, sharing tools, and passing knowledge. It's a window into cognitive evolution, planning horizons extending beyond the immediate hunt, fostering community resilience. If we ponder deeper, this grease extraction mirrors modern sustainable practices, like indigenous Arctic peoples rendering seal blubber, underscoring how prehistoric strategies inform today's food security debates amid climate shifts. Shifting our gaze further back to 209 million years ago in the Triassic Badlands of what is now Arizona's petrified forest, we enter a twilight zone of evolution. Here, amid petrified logs and volcanic ash, a bone bed bursts with life frozen in time, a chaotic mix of creatures on the brink of transformation. At its heart, Eodophrodactylus mcintyri, the oldest pterosaur unearthed in North America, a diminutive flying reptile no larger than a seagull, with sharp teeth poised for snatching small fish from ancient streams. Named ash-winged dawn goddess after discoverer Suzanne McIntyre, this find pushes back the timeline of pterosaur diversity on the continent. This isn't just another fossil, it's a snapshot of ecological crossover. Coexisting with frogs, turtles, and archaic beasts like phytosaurs, crocodile-like swimmers, and trilophosaurids, herbivorous oddities, Eotephrodactylus soared in a world teetering toward the end Triassic mass extinction, which wiped out 76% of species and paved the way for dinosaurs' dominance. Radiometric dating of ash layers pins it precisely at 209.2 million years old, a rarity that refines our evolutionary timelines. Imagine Synopterus fluttering through fern-choked forests, browsing like a prehistoric parrot, its diet broadening survival options amid competition from dinosaurs. This find challenges the carnivore-dominant narrative, implying evolutionary flexibility, perhaps driven by abundant angiosperm emergence. Drawing parallels, it's like how some modern reptiles, like iguanas, shifted to herbivory for efficiency. Deeper insights reveal over 320 phytoliths, hard to pin to exact plants, but indicating a varied menu, possibly seasonal. This herbivory might have fueled larger body sizes in tapigerids, influencing flight dynamics and social behaviors, painting a richer picture of Mesozoic food webs. Venturing into Jurassic skies over ancient China, we encounter another pterosaur revelation that shatters assumptions about these winged marvels. Synopterus, a tapigerid from 125 million years ago, emerges not as a carnivore but a herbivore, the first with direct proof. Its fossilized stomach harbors phytoliths, those silica specks from plant tissues, sourced from woody shrubs, ferns, and early flowering plants. Accompanying them, gastroliths, swallowed stones for grinding foliage in a muscular gizzard, akin to modern birds. Previously, herbivory was inferred from parrot-like jaws, capable of cracking seeds, but this fossil clinches it. No animal remains, just vegetal evidence. In my analysis, this expands pterosaur ecology beyond predation, suggesting niche partitioning in crowded Jurassic ecosystems. Imagine Synopterus fluttering through fern-choked forests, browsing like a prehistoric parrot, its diet broadening survival options amid competition from dinosaurs. This find challenges the carnivore-dominant narrative, implying evolutionary flexibility, perhaps driven by abundant angiosperm emergence. Drawing parallels, it's like how some modern reptiles like iguanas shifted to herbivory for efficiency. Deeper insights reveal over 320 phytoliths, hard to pin to exact plants, but indicating a varied menu, possibly seasonal. This herbivory might have fueled larger body sizes in tapigerids, influencing flight dynamics and social behaviors, painting a richer picture of Mesozoic food webs. Now descend into the lush, island-dotted lagoons of Jurassic Germany, 150 million years ago, where treetops teem with unexpected climbers. Sphenodraco scandens, a newly recognized rhynchocephalian, kin to today's tuatara, perches as the first fully arboreal member of its lineage. Long limbs, unusually elongated for its palm-sized body, clung to branches in the Solnhofen archipelago's forests, evading ground predators. This discovery reunites fossil halves split for decades, one in Germany, the other in London, revealing a complete skeleton mislabeled for years. Unlike lizards, rhynchocephalians once diversified wildly, Sphenodraco's climbing adaptations, comparable to chameleons, highlight ecomorphology, how form follows function in habitats. This underscores habitat specialization's role in diversification, much like how early mammals climbed to escape dinosaurs post-extinction. In prehistoric terms, it enriches our view of Jurassic understories, where arboreal niches fostered innovation. Analysis of limb proportions suggests powerful grips and balance, perhaps for insect hunting amid foliage, mirroring modern tree dwellers' energy efficiency. This find revives interest in rhynchocephalian decline, linking it to competition from emerging squamates, a cautionary tale of ecological shifts. Delving into the Cretaceous Badlands, 67 million years ago, we confront the king of tyrants, Tyrannosaurus rex, embodied in the massive specimen Scotty. A fractured rib, scanned with synchrotron X-rays, unveils preserved blood vessel networks, intricate channels that surge during healing, fossilized in exquisite detail. Chemical analysis and 3D models show these vessels linked to injury sites, perhaps from brutal fights with rivals. Scotty, the bulkiest T-Rex known, bore scars of a violent life, yet healed robustly, suggesting advanced regenerative capabilities. In my view, this humanizes dinosaurs, not invincible monsters, but resilient survivors navigating pain and recovery. It opens avenues for studying paleopathology. How did increased blood flow aid bone remodeling? Parallels to modern reptiles healing hint at conserved mechanisms evolved over millions of years. This insight reframes T-Rex as a battle-hardened warrior, its vascular traces echoing the pulse of prehistoric strife. To weave in cosmic threads from prehistory's dawn, consider the icy voids where planets formed billions of years ago. Low-density amorphous ice, the universe's most common solid, harbors tiny crystals, nanoscale ordered pockets amid chaos, as simulations reveal. This structure, wider than DNA strands, influences planet formation and galaxy evolution, while dimming panspermia's odds, fewer amorphous voids for life's building blocks to hitch rides on comets. Reflecting on prehistoric Earth, such ice might have seeded early oceans, but with crystals, it suggests life's origins were more earthbound, challenging extraterrestrial theories. For a marine echo, fast forward to modern seas mirroring ancient behaviors. In Norway's fjords, 2024 footage captures orcas in kissing, tongue nibbling lasting nearly 2 minutes, reinforcing bonds. Seen in captivity since 1978, this wild sighting suggests universal social rituals, akin to prehistoric marine mammals' affiliations. Before we emerge from these depths, let's ground it with real-life vividness. Take the Hadza people of Tanzania, modern hunter-gatherers echoing Neanderthals. They process game fats meticulously during dry seasons, sharing stories around fires that bind communities, much like that ancient lakeside factory might have fostered tales of hunts. Or consider a paleontologist's tale. In 2019, excavating a similar site, a team endured blizzards mirroring prehistoric winters, only to uncover tools that sparked debates on human ingenuity. Another example, a wildlife photographer in Arizona, stumbling on petrified logs, felt the Triassic's pulse, connecting personally to Eotophodactylus's fragile wings. These stories humanize the science, showing how prehistoric echoes resonate in our lives. As our journey through prehistory concludes, the clear takeaway is this. In unraveling these ancient stories of fats forged in survival's fire, wings slicing Triassic skies, climbers scaling Jurassic canopies, we glean that adaptability isn't just a trait, it's life's eternal lesson. Embrace change, plan ahead, and cherish bonds, for in the bones of the past lies a wisdom to navigate our future's uncertainties.